Hey everyone, I hope you're all doing well. Alright, so today we are talking about fragrances that are effortlessly elegant, think confident, well put together without even trying. These are scents that speak for themselves. They're refined, smooth, and make a statement without being loud. And honestly, these are very, very close to my heart, from warm ambers to crisp woods and everything in between. These are the kind of fragrances that leave a lasting impression in the most understated way. So let's get into it. Okay, so first one on the list is Gris by Dior. Now, this one is super interesting because it's not your typical bold masculine scent. It's more refined, kind of like the fragrance equivalent of a tailored suit with a modern twist. From the very first spray, it feels clean, a little floral, a little woody, but in a very sleek and understated way. There's definitely a soft rose note in there. Don't worry, it's not overly floral, but rather smooth and elegant, paired with that earthy patchouli and this slightly smoky, mossy, woody undertone to it. It creates this vibe that's both mysterious and incredibly polished. It's like you're meeting a man who's calm, collected, and doesn't try too hard because it doesn't need to. It doesn't scream for attention, but it stays with you like someone you keep thinking about long after they've left the room. It gives classy dinner date energy, art gallery opening, or that guy in that perfectly fitted trench coat who somehow smells better the closer you get. Honestly, it's sexy, but in a quiet, confident way. So if you're into fragrances that are elegant, slightly mysterious, and feel expensive without being loud, Gris is a winner. Definitely one of those scents that gets better the more you smell it. Now, performance-wise, Gris has a more moderate longevity. On my skin, it lasts around 6 hours, but it definitely hangs around longer in the clothes. The projection is soft to moderate, nothing loud or attention-seeking, but it still creates this graceful presence around you. Gris by Dior. The next on the list is Le Lion by Chanel. Le Lion is a powerhouse and it brings a totally different kind of sexy to the table. It's bold, like really bold, but in the most luxurious, magnetic way. This is the kind of scent that walks into the room before you do and makes a statement without even saying a word. From a woman's perspective, this one is pure presence. It's warm, intense, and incredibly seductive, but not in a sweet or playful way. This is serious, grown up seduction. You get this rich amber right off the top, paired with a leathery, slightly animalic edge that adds depth and power. It's smooth, deep, and golden like velvet and fire wrapped into one. There's a touch of citrus in there too, which adds just the right amount of freshness to keep it from feeling too heavy. Overall, this is a commanding fragrance. It gives off the aura of a man who's quietly powerful, someone who's earned his place in the world and doesn't need to prove it. He's grounded, calculated, and moves with purpose. There's this sense that he's always thinking 3 steps ahead and never rushed, never reactive. From a distance, he might seem intense or even a little intimidating, but the second he engages with you, there's a warmth that immediately puts you at ease. He's effortlessly charismatic, not loud, not flashy, but the kind of man people instinctively respect and trust. There's a quiet magnetism to him, a darkness that feels intriguing rather than dangerous. Le Lion smells like that man. It also gives me power couple energy, like this is what you wear when you are owning the night, taking charge of the room, and somehow still being incredibly elegant while doing it. It's sexy in a raw, confident, and almost primal kind of way. And trust me, it's very, very attractive from a woman's point of view, especially if you're a woman who likes men that carry power with style. Performance wise, beast, absolute beast mode. This stuff lasts all day and into the night, easily 10 plus hours, and the projection is strong. People will smell you coming and remember you long after you've gone. It's not for the faint of heart, but if you want to own a room without ever raising your voice, this is exactly how you do it. This is Le Lion by Chanel. Let's keep the Chanel tree going with Sycomore by Chanel. Sycomore is elegant minimalism at its finest. It's crisp, dry, and quietly confident. The kind of scent that doesn't ask for attention but effortlessly commands it. There's something very refined and grounded about it, like someone who has nothing to prove and everything under control. This one leans heavily into vetiver, but it's not harsh or overly green. It's smoky, woody, and clean all at once. There's a subtle earthiness from the vetiver, balanced beautifully with touches of cedar and soft aldehydes, which add this airy, almost translucent quality. You also get a hint of that signature Chanel smoothness running through it. This smells incredibly sophisticated on a man. It's not trying to be sexy, and maybe that's exactly what makes it so attractive. It's self-assured and steady and deeply chic. In terms of performance, Sycomore has a quiet strength. It lasts a good 6 to 8 hours on the skin, a bit longer on the clothes. Projection is soft to moderate. It wears like second skin, subtle but with a definite presence. If you're into woody, classy, no fuss fragrances with a cool edge, Sycomore is one of those understated masterpieces that speaks volumes without saying too much. The next on the list is Reflection Man by Amouage. This one is just beautiful. Reflection Man is clean cut elegance wrapped in soft confidence. It's smooth, fresh, and incredibly well balanced, like a white shirt, perfectly tailored on a man who knows how to carry himself. You get a bright, slightly soapy neroli and jasmine at the top, blended with a creamy sandalwood and a soft musky base that gives it this velvety skin-like quality. There's also a hint of spice and greenery that keeps it feeling crisp and put together without ever being sharp. It's floral but in a masculine, polished way, refined rather than romantic. From a woman's point of view, this smells like someone who's approachable but effortlessly elevated. It has that I take care of myself vibe without being flashy or overdone. Performance wise, it's solid, lasts a good 7 to 8 hours with soft to moderate projection. It won't fill a room, but it creates this gentle, luxurious scent bubble around you that just feels classy and fresh all day. Reflection Man is the definition of timeless elegance. If you're into clean florals with a woody backbone that still feels masculine and upscale, this one is a must try. The next on the list is Dior Homme Parfum by Dior. Now, this one is what I call seductive elegance in a bottle. Dior Homme Parfum is rich, smooth, and deeply masculine, but in a classy, understated way. From a woman's point of view, this isn't for just any guy. This is for a man who knows who he is, someone who's mature, grounded, and effortlessly sophisticated. He doesn't need to try hard. His presence speaks volumes before he even says a word. The fragrance blends iris, leather, and sandalwood, three notes that together create this creamy, velvety, almost buttery richness. There's a touch of oud and rose in there too, but nothing feels sharp or overly floral. It's all smooth, well blended, and perfectly balanced. The iris in particular gives it that soft, luxurious edge without taking away from its boldness. It smells expensive, it smells composed, it smells grown. Performance wise, it's seriously impressive. It lasts all day and into the evening easy. The projection isn't beastly, but it's beautiful and it sits close in a way that makes people lean in. The sillage leaves a warm, intimate trail that lingers just enough to be remembered. Your own parfum isn't for the masses, and that's what makes it special. It's the kind of scent that turns heads quietly, not loudly. Signature scent worthy, 100%. This one's timeless, and honestly, it's dangerously attractive. The next on the list is Prada L'Homme Intense. If I had to describe Prada L'Homme Intense in one word, it would be polished. This is the scent of a man who's effortlessly put together, not trying to prove anything, just naturally exuding style and quiet confidence. It has that clean, professional, almost gentleman in a tailored suit vibe, but with a darker, sensual twist underneath. You've got iris front and center here, giving it that creamy, powdery smoothness that's classic Prada, but this version adds depth with amber, patchouli, and tonka bean, making it richer, moodier, and way more alluring than the original. It smells elegant and expensive, but still very wearable. There's something magnetic going on just under the surface. Performance wise, it's pretty solid. It lasts a good 7 to 8 hours on the skin, even longer on the clothes. The projection sits in that soft to moderate range. It's not going to fill a room, but it will absolutely get noticed in closed spaces. The sillage is smooth and refined, leaving just the right impression behind. If you want something elegant, intimate, and deeply classy, Prada L'Homme Intense is a no-brainer. Definitely a signature scent-worthy material for the sophisticated guy. And last but not the least is Grand Soir by Maison Francis Kurkdjian. Grand Soir is one of my forevers. It's smooth, golden, and utterly captivating. It's the kind of scent that feels like being wrapped in a warm cashmere throw in the middle of a grand evening. Luxurious, comforting, and quietly powerful. There's a richness to it that just feels expensive in the best way. You get this warm blend of amber, benzoin, and labdanum right from the start, deep, resinous, and glowing. It's sweet but never sugary, more like a honeyed warmth that slowly melts into your skin. There's a little tonka in there too, adding a creamy, slightly spicy touch that keeps everything balanced and beautifully rounded. This is absolutely magnetic on a man. It's elegant without being flashy, sensual without being loud. The kind of scent that draws people in and makes them want to stay a little longer. Performance wise, it's impressive. It lasts well into the night, no reapplication needed, and the projection is beautiful. It doesn't punch through the room, but it creates this warm, alluring aura that lingers just enough to leave an impression. So, in my opinion, almost beastly performance without being obnoxiously loud. Grand is timeless. It smells like confidence, warmth, and understated luxury. If you're looking for something rich, refined, and effortlessly attractive, this one is a must try. So that's it for today's lineup. Fragrances that are elegant without trying too hard. Each one has its own quiet confidence, its own charm. They're refined, attractive, and just leave the right kind of impression. Let me know which one stood out to you, or if there is a favorite you think should have made the list. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.